Hello and welcome back from your Easter break to Page 3 Hot Topics. We are joined by the Page 3 Hot Topics gang today. We've got
Hola.
Jess, Barbi. Welcome on board, girls. You're here, there, and everywhere. Barbi is about to join us from her car, I believe, before getting a massage later.
All right for some, isn't it?
But I don't know if you've seen, but we've seen lots of celebrities celebrating their Easter weekend, whether that be at festivals, whether that be showing off their little Easter outfits. There's Madonna. So we're going to be talking about all sorts today. So stay tuned. But as per, if you've got any questions that you want to ask the girls with the hot seat feature at the end, or perhaps you've got an opinion you want to share on whether that's Madonna aging gracefully, whether that's Kim Kardashian and Photoshop, then let us know in the comments. We'll bring them up and we'll get them answered for you. So, girls, let's kick things off with Madonna. Here she is in her cute little bunny ears. Now, Madonna is 63, and she is transformed into a sexy Easter bunny. I think she looks fabulous. Obviously, people online have said, come on, you're 63 now. Perhaps it's time to put the Easter bunny ears away. But I wanted to hear from your girls' perspective. Obviously, as Page 3 models, you get lots of people saying, you shouldn't do it, you should do it. You know, there's always something going on in someone's opinion. What do you think, and let's go with Chloe first, about Madonna dressing up as a sexy Easter bunny?
I just think it's a bit cringy.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just think it's a bit cringy. I don't know, maybe at that age, I feel like, I don't know, maybe people would say different, but I don't know, she's getting on now. I think that she should just grow old gracefully, have fun with the kids and that, maybe just keep it down a little now. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so that's one opinion. Barbie, do you agree? Or do you just say, you know what, Madonna, put on those ears, show off your sexy.
I agree, like Madonna age 63, she looks great. I don't see anything wrong with how she looks. And again, it's her own choice. If she wants to do that, then why not?
Fair enough. Okay, so that's the opposite end of the spectrum, which leaves me with Jess, whilst Chloe's gone on to put on her own Easter bunny ears. We'll be back shortly.
I think like she's always done like stuff that's a bit out of the box and a bit like sexy and controversial. So I think good for her. Do whatever you want. She's not like scantily clad, is she? She's literally just got ears on. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I'll do that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, she's just being cute, isn't she? She's just being cute.
Like on the side in front of her, and she's like, "Oh, I'll put these on for a little selfie." But yeah, no, fine. Even if she dressed up in like a full-on Playboy bunny outfit, I'd still be like, "You do you," because it's her. She's funny. I like her.
So, Chloe, you've obviously said that you just think, you know, she needs to give it a rest. So when you're 63, are you going to put on a pair of bunny ears, or are you going to take the advice of yourself and go, you know what? No.
I mean, I might put a bunny outfit just for the fellas, do you know what I mean? Just to have a laugh, because it's me. But yeah, I don't know. She don't really look sexy in that picture. I think she looks quite cute, but
I think she looks real.
I think I wouldn't say sexy. I'd say quite sweet. But yeah, she does look good. I wouldn't say sexy.
Barbie, you think she looks unreal?
Yeah, she's 63. If I looked like that, I'd be so happy at 63. I'd be wearing more of that.
Now, I think this has been obviously brought into conversation because of the fact that Madonna, obviously that's just one picture of Madonna, but we've seen Madonna have a lot of lingerie shoots, etc. over the years. Now, taking this away from Madonna and just onto lingerie shoots, have you always found people judging you girls because you do Page 3 too?
I don't think so. Well, I think guys might be like, when you first meet them, like obviously if you're single, if you first meet like a guy and you say, oh, I do Page 3 or OnlyFans, they're a bit like, ooh, like tell me more about that. But then I guess they spend like an hour or two with you and they're like, oh yeah, she's just as weird and as annoying as everyone else. So I don't actually think no one thinks anything negative. Well, they must, but
yeah.
I've never felt like judged. I know there's people that are very curious, and curiosity can lead to like bad things, but no.
I think when I say to like a guy, like I've done page 3 and stuff, they think it's topless still, and they're like, "Oh my god, let's see your boobs." I always get that, and I'm like, "It's not topless anymore."
Okay, so people don't understand your industry, essentially.
Yeah, that's it. I think. Yeah.
Thing is, though,
Barbie. Oh, sorry. You go, Jess.
Go on, Jess.
I try and say like, oh, you know, it's not topless anymore, but then it's like you do OnlyFans and you're completely naked, so that kind of doesn't really add up. But it isn't topless anymore. But then all you have to do is do like one quick Google search. But I don't ever feel judged. They always say positive things about it to my face. I know people have negative opinions on it, but
yeah.
Okay.
But you don't care. It's just part of the parcel. Barbie, what were you going to say before I rudely interrupted you? Apologies.
I just think that people always judge, like they just think that you do naked pictures or you are topless. But I feel like when I meet someone, I explain that I do page 3 and it's not like that. It's just swimwear, fashion. So
I think I'm not gonna lie. I think guys are instantly like turned on when you say you do it, though. Do you know what I mean, girls?
Yeah, but long term, it's like
guys are like, no way, like
friends, or their mum or dad, because it's like, oh, she's essentially an amateur porn star, so don't want to her friends, but like we'll go out and get steaming together, great. But at the moment, that's all I want from someone. I don't want anything long term, but I'm still like, what am I gonna do? And I have to lie, change my name to them an accountant or something.
Yeah.
I mean, you go for a whole different name. You've already got 2 on the go anyway, Jess. So you could just go for another name as well to add into the mix.
Yeah.
Well, girls, what did you do with your Easter weekends? Did you dress up as bunnies?
No, I didn't.
No dressing up. Just went out, got pissed. Yeah, kissed a couple of lads again. Do you know what I'm saying? Had a great cracking time. Yeah, tongue come right down the throat this time, Pan. It wasn't pleasant, but this time, Pan, I got home and deleted all the stories, so none of you saw.
No, just all of our Daily Star Hot Topics audience. So no worries, Chloe. Jess, were you tempted to dress up in little cute bunny ears?
I used to religiously. So like last year and the year before, I used to do like dressing up on my OnlyFans and stuff. But it fell on my birthday this weekend, so I genuinely didn't have time to do that. Unfortunately, but I will next year, definitely.
Yeah, me too.
So
cute Barbie.
Yeah.
I had a photo shoot a few years ago that's a bunny outfit, so I tend to just repost that picture.
Yeah.
Like a build one with family and stuff. But
reuse it. Just reuse
it. It's long taking a picture, isn't it? Like
keep on.
I would do that.
Material, definitely.
Yeah.
But we saw lots of people who are busy this weekend. Lots of celebrities, influencers. They're at Coachella, which is this massive festival. It's very Instagrammy. I don't know if you've seen it all over your feeds.
Yeah.
But celebrities obviously show off their outfits, and it's becoming less sort of like I'm wearing Gucci, Versace kind of thing, and more kind of like, oh, I'm wearing this fashion brand, like I don't know, PLT or Boohoo or something. And with fast fashion and with big followings, people sometimes will turn around to you and go, why are you doing fast fashion? Which brings me on to the topic with you girls, because I know you girls sometimes do your own sort of like ads and paid partnerships with fast fashion brands. And do you think you have a responsibility within that market of influencing, where you shouldn't be, pressing these brands which might not necessarily have good moral compasses?
Oh,
I think it's okay, personally.
Okay.
Not everyone can afford, like when I was at uni, when I was really, really poor, I couldn't afford to go to like even Zara or Nike. So for me, if I wanted to have the option to dress nice, I would go on fast fashion. Like, don't get me wrong, I still get like the occasional thing from there now. So I don't think it's that bad. I think it's worse like billionaires posing in their yachts and stuff like that. But I know it's really, really bad, like ethically what they do to the planet. But at the same time, it's a great way for people with not that much money to feel nice and glam. So one personally,
completely agree. Yeah.
And Barbie, what about you? Because I stalk your Instagram and whatnot. So I knew this question was coming. What's your take on things?
Well, I have lots of clothes that are both like fast fashion and designer, and I just choose what I want to wear on the day. So, like, say if I've got, I don't know, a PLT partnership to do, I'll put the PLT clothes on, and then I might just pair it with a designer bag. Or I feel like a lot of my followers follow me for the designer things and for the fast fashion, so I do try and mix it up and use both. But I think if you want to wear designer, wear designer. If you want to wear fast fashion, wear fast fashion. I don't think it really goes on how much something is or how good something is these days. Everything just looks good.
Yeah, completely agree with that.
Girls, honestly, going round the circle, do you look up the companies which, if you were to buy something online, would you look into their practices or where it was, or where it was manufactured or anything like that?
Never.
No. So Chloe, no.
I just go ahead and buy it, like stuff that.
Jess, do you?
No. Maybe if I had like a proper big diamond ring or something, I probably wouldn't. I probably want to try and have it be like an ethical diamond.
Yeah.
You know what happens for them, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. So no, I never ever look, and probably no.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm loving the honesty, and Barbie, I'm guessing no too.
No.
I genuinely think 99.9% of people wouldn't look up the practices either. And I think a lot of people commenting on these influencers and celebrities pages, I'd be quite interested to see if they do the same thing. But yeah, no, we asked about this on a poll, which I'm sure we can bring up in a sec if we can. No worries. If not, we can move on. I don't think we're going to get it right now, so we're going to move on, and we're going to talk about other massive Instagram followings. As you may know, if you're watching, the Kardashians, you can't really go onto any big tabloid website without seeing at least one of them on there, whether that's Kardashians or Jenners, and we've all seen a few bad photoshops over the years, but it's been more so placed on women who do the photoshopping, not so much men, which is why I think it's been brought up, because Kim Kardashian has been accused of photoshopping Pete Davidson's nose to make it look smaller. We've all seen the filters, girls, on Instagram.
Oh, I wish I did that to my ex now. That's a brilliant idea.
But we've all seen the filters which make your lips look bigger, your nose is smaller, your skin poreless. I've also used them myself. We've all been guilty of using them at some point, but I think it's because it's more placed on the man, which is why this has been picked up so badly. Girls, do you think it is kind of out of line for Kim doing this? Are you surprised? I just kind of want to hear your reaction behind it. Jess?
I'm not surprised at all, because it's all like brand Kardashian, isn't it? Like they have to be a certain way. But it's just really weird to do that to your boyfriend. Like everyone knows that he's not this like perfect Ken doll. He's quite like rough and ready, so I'm a bit shocked. But at the same time, I can't ever imagine her sat down on her sofa doing that. I'd imagine there's like a team of 12 people that run that Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's
like she's embarrassed for the real him. Do you know what I mean? It's like she's maybe a bit embarrassed. Like, why wouldn't you just post a real picture if you really loved him?
Do you think though it's because she photoshops herself so much that she feels like she'll look a bit strange next to somebody who doesn't have Photoshop on them?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because it would look weird. She would look out more
Because we've all used that filter with like one of our friends or something next to us.
Yeah.
And the filter only lands on you and it doesn't land on your friend. And you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
What a party.
Yeah. I mean, Barbie, what do you think about this? Would you ever Photoshop somebody's face?
If they asked me to, then yeah, but I don't really see why. If they asked me to, yeah, but I wouldn't personally go out of my way to make my partner look different, if you know what I mean. If he's out, fair enough, but I don't know. How do they even know it's photoshopped? That's what I don't understand.
I think people have been looking at like Pete's, you know, portraits, like face, and then they've gone
so much into it these days.
Yeah, people really study her, don't they? I'd hate to be like that. I'd hate that. Oh.
I mean, that's what happens when you have so many.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up right now. Let's see how many followers she has. She has 302 million followers.
Oh.
So that's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
And anyone will pick up anything, won't
Yeah.
they? Do you think Photoshop has gone too far? Do you think people just need to be more real online? I know we've had this discussion before, but have your views changed on this, girls?
I think if you want to have a little bit of Photoshop, do it. Like, I don't think there's a problem with it at all.
Okay, fine. Jess?
I think it depends on what platform and why. If it's work related, then I think do whatever you want, obviously, in order to like, market yourself and make a sale. But maybe if you're on like say dating apps or something, then go.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. When you actually meet them, like
that's actually a very good point, because going on a dating app, there's nothing worse than turning up and the person doesn't look like what they look like. Even though you're supposed to look good on there, you're showing your best self.
Yeah, I suppose it depends where you're putting it, doesn't it? Like,
yeah, quite right. Barbie, what do you think?
I'm all for anybody doing whatever they want, as long as you do look like you. Like, I see people on Instagram and then I see them in person, and I just think, why do you do it? But then, of course, it's up to them. But I'm not bothered about like little tweaks like that.
Yeah,
fine, little tweak here and there. Why not?
Yeah.
So how would you react then if your boyfriend photoshopped you without your permission and made your nose a bit smaller and made your pores or something, I don't know, made your eyes bigger or something? Would you be offended? You'd be like, oh, fair enough.
I'll be like, thanks, I don't need to do it now.
Nope. That's fantastic.
Save me a job in my life.
So Jess, would you be offended?
Yeah, massively. 100%. I'd be so offended. And also I'd be like, why do you have that app? Why do you know how to use it? Do you do that to your pictures? Oh, it would just be very negative, that whole conversation. Let's put it that way.
Okay, so because it's
very different from my answer.
very different. We love to see the debate. Barbie, what would you think? Would you be fuming?
Yeah, I think I'd agree with Jess, to be fair. Like, it's not really normal to do that to a girl, and like, how does he even know how to use these apps? Where's he got them from? That's exactly what I'd be thinking as well.
So it's more of a gender thing, the fact, but women can use these apps, but men, we just don't know they use them as much.
Yeah.
The type of guy I go for certainly wouldn't be using them. No way.
Yeah.
That's what you think, Jess. That's what you think.
Yeah.
To be fair, yeah, nothing would surprise me anymore. Maybe.
Well, there are now apps as well. So there is this one app which I am aware of, and don't ask me why I'm aware of it. But essentially, it looks like a calculator.
Yeah.
On your phone, but actually, it's a safe essentially on your phone, which just looks like the calculator app, which it's almost like a Dropbox, so you can put all the pictures which you don't want on your normal photo roll onto there. So watch out for calculator, ladies.
Never heard of that.
But there's lots of these sneaky apps these days which you wouldn't realise that's a thing. But yeah, it's quite common. But let's take this to a poll then. Have you photoshopped, edited an image of a friend or a partner to improve their appearance? No, 70%. Yes.
Wow.
And that's of the page 3 audience as well on the Star. So that's majority men.
Yeah.
think we're all a bit surprised on that. Did not see that one coming. But no, let's move on now and talk about wedding bells. We've got lots of weddings coming over. In fact, I was one at the weekend. It wasn't my own, don't worry.
Not yet, Pan.
No, not.
Come on, Austin.
And there is Courtney again. Kardashians, you just can't avoid them. With her fiance, apparently they got married in Vegas and whatnot, and it was quite an intimate time. I think they're going to do a big ceremony further on. But girls, it kind of brings me about this question. Is marriage everything? Do you want to get married? And some people love having their day planned out for years. So I just kind of wanted to hear from your perspective on marriages and how you stand about it. So Barbie first.
Yeah, I kind of have like an idea of what I want my wedding. I want a small wedding, but somewhere exotic on a beach or somewhere really, really like photogenic. But again, small, and then I'll make a big thing out of it when I come home. But yeah, I definitely have all my plans in my head. I know every little bit.
Sweet. Okay, fine. And Jess?
I used to want to get married on the beach in Barbados, similar to what Barbie was saying, but I just, these days, I don't have a clue. Not the fog yet. I don't even, I just don't know. But I used to do that, but now I'm like, and I feel like just no.
So not in the headspace. So not in the headspace.
My go.
Yes.
I want you all as bridesmaids. Pandora as the top bridesmaid. And I want to get married in the Disneyland Paris castle.
Oh, can you get married there?
Yes, you can.
Okay, amazing. Love that.
It'd be a lot of money though, Pam.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's cheap. Kate can't do Disneyland Paris. There you go.
Yeah.
So that was just a quick little wedding as the wedding season has begun. Lots of pandemic engagements and stuff, and lots of weddings pushed back. So it just seems to be wedding season all round. But it brings us to the part of the show where it's the hot seat. And this week we have Chloe.
Woo!
Chloe, what does your thing say?
Huh?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So good.
Oh,
good. Okay, so girls, quick fire questions for Chloe then. Jess, kicking off with you.
Chloe, would you cheat on your current, not that you have a partner right now, but if you had one, would you cheat on them for £1 million?
Yes.
Saw it go viral and thought that's a good one.
That is a good one. Blimey, I wasn't expecting that from you, Chloe. Wow, that was a really good one, Jess. I like that one.
£1 million. Think what I could get though. Come on. I could,
True.
yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure I'll make up with them after. Do you know what I'm saying?
Money can't buy you love.
Yeah, true. If Daisy was on here, she'd be like, yes.
We'll put this one to Daisy when she's back.
Yeah.
Barbie, question for Chloe.
If you could have a day in the life of anybody, who would it be and why?
Pandora, because I'd like to spend the day with Ralph.
Oh.
I know you were going to say someone else.
I knew he was going to say that.
Ralph is a very, very sweet dog. He's an absolute honey.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, my life isn't that exciting. Jess, your turn. You're back around again.
Now this is a twist on what I just asked you. Would you get back with your ex? You got to stay with them for a whole year for £500,000.
Ooh.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, go on. Yeah, definitely.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Had to think about that one though. I'm still not too sure. Maybe no.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Barbie, your turn again.
So have you ever cheated?
No, yeah, but he cheated first. He cheated first, so I knew he was sort of like, do you know what I'm saying? Like carrying on with loads of them. So I needed to get a bit of revenge.
Okay. Charlotte from behind the scenes says, "What's the oldest you would date?"
Well, it depends if you had the dollar, doesn't it? If that's like a billionaire.
No. We don't talk about the circumstances. I just want how old would you date?
No, serious. No, how old would I date? Serious to settle down with? Probably about 30-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jess's age.
Literally my age. I'm grandma.
Oh,
So good. Sorry, I couldn't help myself there.
yeah.
No, it's true.
And what's the youngest you would date?
20?
20.
Yeah.
So
But it'd
no
have to
younger.
be super mature.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Super mature.
Yeah.
Okay. Barbie, last question, as we know you've got to dash in a couple of minutes, as you've got an appointment at 4, haven't you? So last question with you then.
Do you read all your DMs, and have you ever left a celebrity on red?
Ooh.
Yes, I do read them all. And no, I've never left a celebrity on red. Who am I? I'm close shoulder. I'd be like, boom, 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 speeding to text back. Where you at, babes?
You bought the wedding hat. You've saved the date by that point.
Yes, that's it, Pan. That's it.
Okay then, girls, so it's a slightly shorter one this week, but we will be back next week. You can catch all of the highlights on our social media. Give all the girls a follow on there.
Great questions, by the way, today, girls.
Ooh,
Quite
great questions.
yeah.
Great questions.
Yeah.
And if you guys have got any more questions you'd like to ask the girls, we're going to be putting up stories about whether you had any questions in advance to ask them. We'll decide who's in the hot seat. So keep an eye on our channels to get all of the live highlights from today's show. You can also go onto the Daily Stars Twitter too. So just keep an eye on everything, basically. And we will be back next week.
Okay, thanks. Bye, girls. Bye.